Jook Joint #1 from Image Comics. This one is written by T. Franklin, art by ALITHA Martinez. This book on its inside cover has a trigger warning page saying how it discusses domestic violence, sexual abuse, and various other attacks against women in the book. It has phone numbers to various hotlines people could call. And this book is very graphic. There's lots of nudity, lots of sex, lots of violence, lots of gore, lots of blood. When I opened this book, I was like, whoa! there is some graphic stuff in this. So this book is set in New Orleans in the 1950s, and our main character is this woman, Mahalia, and she runs the hottest jazz joint in all of the city, and she's kind of like maybe a voodoo queen of the South. So yeah, in this jazz club, women and men just hang out and have fun, but if you're a man, there are rules. You gotta respect the woman in this club, and if you don't, something bad might happen to you, and a lot of the women in this sort of entice the men sexually, and if the men disrespect them, the woman will kill these men and sort of take their revenge. Now, this book also veers into like the supernatural a bit. So at one point, there's a woman and she sort of expands her jaw and bites down and bites this guy's face off, and very bloody. And Mahalia, the lead character in this, at one point she descends into this swamp with alligators, and she goes under the water and follows this staircase and opens this door, and all of a sudden, underground, there's all these men chained up, and there's all these naked women that are just like, I don't know, torturing these guys and eating them or doing God knows what with them. Nearing the end of this book, we're introduced to this other woman, and she's married to this guy that's very abusive to her, and she goes to Mahalia, the voodoo queen, for help, and this voodoo queen sort of, gives her this bag to hang on the doorsill in her daughter's bedroom to protect her, and she's kind of assisting this woman with maybe potentially killing her husband, and this issue ends where we don't know what this woman is going to do next. Is she going to go through with killing her husband or not? So this was a really interesting debut issue. It really set a lot of the world up. I think the art style and tone is very cool, very interesting. I want to learn more about this New Orleans voodoo queen and what goes on there. The supernatural stuff kind of lost me a little bit. I don't know what I felt about that. I thought the nudity and gore were a little bit surprising, but I mean, if that's what this book is going to be, that's what it's going to be. So it's kind of interesting in that regard. I mean, I think there's a lot here to really dive into. I think people should check this one out if you can handle, the graphicness of it. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. Not bad, not bad.